Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and recently I was able to hit 100% mastery on my combat rogue, and it's really exciting just to be able to achieve that in Season 3 of WoD. I've now been able to achieve 100% mastery as a combat rogue for PvP purposes, playing through Pandaria and playing through Warlords of Draenor, and this is the first season I've ever been able to attain it. Well, of course, with trinket procs and everything applied as well. The 100% mastery is actually a really interesting design for combat rogues. The mastery reads as such: your main hand attacks have a percent chance, and your mastery equals to the percent chance to trigger an attack with your offhand that deals 140% weapon damage. And doing more offhand attacks and overall more attacks does a lot for combat rogue. I decided to go ahead in BGs to test this, and that's what most of my footage consists of, is me trying to test this 100% mastery, trying to make sure if I can get possibly both trinkets to line up. I mean, both procs for mastery to line up, as well as an on-use trinket, as well as a proc trinket, just to see just how much damage I can deal to my targets, be it during deep inside and using maybe something like a killing spree, or just opening with a Venom Rush, basically testing the mastery through and through. Some of the advantages of capping your mastery, of course, goes with combat potency, which allows your offhand attacks a percent chance to give you 15% energy. Your offhand attacks come from your auto attacks and now also from your mastery. So if you have a mastery 100% cap, every single ability, be it an auto attack or a sinister strike or a villain strike or main hand abilities from killing spree, basically every single hit, a spell, and ability you use while you have 100% mastery, you also proc a mastery offhand attack. Now, the 140% weapon damage is basically an extra auto attack. It is only slightly lesser than an extra auto attack, but basically the way you play combat rogue is you're hitting 2 auto attacks instead of 1. In the end, that is to stack sustainability for combat rogues as well as to stack burst, as mastery can proc during any moment. If mastery is proccing during your deep insight, that means your extra attack damage is sending for 50% more damage, plus trinket, plus proc trinket applied, plus whatever other buffs you may have, agility buffs in BGs or such. And on top of it, it also procs during your killing spree. So while you're killing spree at deep insight, you also have offhand attacks for killing spree. You also have your auto attacks, offhand and main hand for your killing spree, and you also get mastery hits during your killing spree. So having 100% mastery when you need it, be it during times where you're using a Venom Rush or maybe deep inside killing spree, actually just adds in extra damage altogether. But I was trying to test just how much damage is there. Is there a possibility to go fully 100% cap and mastery combat rogue, to have it at all times, maybe even swap out some trinkets to make sure that you have even more mastery once you start into a BG? And I decided to see maybe if running something like Venom Rush, where you can get more energy regen and then henceforth a bit more haste, a bit more energy, so you can spam out more sinister strikes. I was trying to see if there's a possibility to basically play this auto-attacking, sinister strike spamming Venom Rush build for combat rogue, to see if maybe DFA is not as good in terms of BGs anymore, or maybe if you can take Venom Rush into arenas and just be insane in terms of damage for it. And I've tried everything. I tried DFA, I tried Shadow Flexion, I tried Venom Rush, basically trying to see where the mastery playstyle fits. And for the most part, I found that the mastery playstyle is powerful, but it's basically just a necessity. It's not really a playstyle, it's just what you evolve into eventually as a combat rogue once you get your full conquest gear. And by the time I'm fully suited out in full master gear, by the time both of my weapons proc and I have my full conquest 710 set, which should be happening this week, I should have 100% mastery, maybe slightly more, hopefully just slightly less, because I can always go with more mastery. And then from there I just thought, like, can mastery just be the go-to stat? It works out for assassination. The more mastery you stack, the more passive damage and burst damage you deal. It works really well for subtlety, because the more mastery you stack, the more burst damage you deal, and then a bit extra damage with the finishes such as rupture, and your auto attack hits happen a bit faster, so that's a bit extra damage. But it doesn't quite work like that for combat rogues. Combat rogues do benefit from mastery by a ton. Mastery gives them more chances for offhand weapon energy regen. It also just gives you overall 2 auto attacks every time you hit. Once you stack up your inside, once you get a proc trinket, an on-use trinket, it's just like a wave that just ramps up onto your opponent and then crashes down as you get deep inside killing spree, trinkets going off, auto attacks, mastery hits, everything just hitting your target, and there's literally no escape out of that. But for a combat rogue, if you do want to advance yourself in terms of stats, stacking mastery like over 100% cap doesn't help you. For someone who plays with Sugar, who plays a Boomkin, Boomkin already provides the mastery buff. So in arenas like 2v2s and even 3v3s, as long as I have this extra mastery buff, which can be applied from Resto Shamans overall, I guess, Boomkins, Shadow Priests, and I believe that's it, maybe Hunters. Those are the classes that can provide me a bit extra mastery, but going over 100% doesn't help me. Once I am capped at 100% mastery, it actually is better for me to go with something like Haste. Haste allows me more attacks, which the more attacks I have over 100% mastery, the more damage I'm dealing in overall. So it's kind of a different, a mathematical problem you have to solve afterwards, and it's a question of, should I enchant my own weapon maybe with Haste? I guess the biggest question in the end to ask, should you change your playstyle? Maybe I should start running Venom Rush because it's amazing. Maybe Leeching Poison can actually really benefit me in duels because I'm dealing 100% mastery at my target. The answer is no. The answer is just a big fat no. The things that I tried were, first of all, go Venom Rush in order to get myself as much energy get back as possible and store as much energy as possible, thinking that, hey, I think it's possible to maybe cap myself and pull energy, and then once I have 100% mastery onto my target, I'll just spam 3-4 Sinister Strikes into them, and then it'll be auto attack, mastery, and a Sinister Strike hit sandwiched together, hit my enemy bam, bam, bam 3-4 times, and then their health might be at a very low state. But for the most part, it just really messes with the whole playstyle of a combat rogue. What combat rogues focus on is getting your Sinister Strikes out there as fast as possible, spamming them out in order to get insight. Your Sinister Strikes aren't there for damage, but your insight is there to give you a ramp up later on damage. Your mastery is there and auto attack is there for the sustain that comes with the opener damage and while you're building up for the actual burst. Your deep insight is all about getting your killing sprees out there, not mastery hits, but really just the killing sprees, or in BGs, maybe you vanish DFAs for 100% crit. It's not about that mastery damage, although mastery damage does add sustain and add a little bit more pressure. You can't just at one single killing spree deal so much more damage that maybe 3 Sinister Strikes that you had to pull for. So pulling for Sinister Strikes is very difficult with a combat rogue because it's all about using up Sinister Strikes in order to get into deep insight. Once you have your common points, you don't really have energy for anything else because then you gotta spend that energy for eviscerates and kidneys in order to get your coolies back up, because that still is a trait for combat rogues in WoD. So basically trying to pull your energy and trying to play up with a playstyle where you basically are just going to sink as much damage during 100% mastery messes with the whole playstyle of a combat rogue. So basically just do what you've been doing this whole time. Keep generating your deep insights. It's just the only thing that's going to be different is it might be a bit easier to get an opener onto your target or to kill him in a single burst once you have killing speed, debuff, weapon procs, trinket procs, and on your trinkets. That's really it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm loving 100% mastery. Hope to see you guys there trying out 100% mastery yourself. My name is Dalaran. I'll see you guys in the next one.